now, you're tuned into Tampa Bay's RBLR Sports.
Hi, hello. How are you doing? My name is Liz. That's Tom DePinto. And we have a super special guest today, Jesse Madsen. Welcome.
Hiya.
He is the host of the Pegasus Post-Match, which you can find on anywhere you can find podcasts, and also Instagram for updates. Jesse, how are you?
Hiya. I'm doing great. I'm so excited. So glad to be on. I can't wait to dig in.
Yeah. And we will. How's the weather out there? It looks good.
Well, so this is the Pegasus Post-Match on the road. You caught me like I am at a Starbucks in Tennessee.
Oh,
So I am not.
Feels like false advertising right now.
So it's beautiful, though. It's beautiful right now.
Okay, a little special edition, I guess we'll call it.
Yeah.
Good.
I like it. Tom, how are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Liz, I'm doing pretty good. Sun have announced a bunch of players. We are like a month to the day out from opening weekend, opening day, opening night. The longest, shortest offseason in American soccer is almost over. Finally. It's been so tough out here for us.
Yeah, we've had the Euros, we've had the Copa America.
Yeah, the AFCON. Yeah, it's been tough.
Yeah.
We've had nothing to do. There's been no women's soccer.
Nothing to watch. Not a thing.
Yeah.
All right, we are up top. We are going to talk about Dallas, and then after that, we will cover some of those new Sun signings, some stuff around the league, and then I have a lot of thoughts about the Euros, like a lot of thoughts.
I was hoping.
Yeah, and rage, a lot of rage.
Yeah, that's about right. It's European soccer for you.
But you know what cures rage? Liking and subscribing.
Right. That's right.
There we go. That's that segue. It's so good. All right. We are at RBLR Sun FC on all the socials and at RBLR Sports on the YouTubes where you can see our beautiful faces.
You can see my cat licking himself right now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Dallas had an interesting season, which is not to say that like not all the teams had an interesting season, but Dallas was a funny one.
A very good season, but not one that the front office thinks was good enough, evidently.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of underachieved. I would say underachieved. Even though it was a good season, I would say we underachieved.
Yeah, definitely. You guys seemed like a team out there with a heavy set of expectations, maybe more so than most of the league. I think probably Tampa, Carolina, Dallas. I think a lot of people were expecting big things out of. Partly the optics of playing in the Cotton Bowl.
Yep.
Part of that is, man, they better be good if they want to be in that thing.
Yeah, I mean, it can't be America's. We've got America's team for that other sport. And like we didn't have a pro soccer team, so yeah. It coming to the Cotton Bowl was a big deal, and it was exciting. Yeah.
I do like that you bring up the Cowboys, the whole America's team thing, because Trinity seemed to kind of be doing something similar, but local.
No,
you guys are Texas's team.
I'm not.
Every single player I feel like has some from Texas, went to college there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
like
they really
like the Basque Country team.
Yeah, they really leaned into that. That was really cool to see all the players from right there in Dallas too, like a ton of them. And it's a big city, and it's a huge academy, like youth, like factory, youth, football factory. So, and it's good to see them at the pro level because you don't often see that. So yeah.
Yeah, only the one pro team down there in Houston up until you guys showed up to help everybody in Texas. I think it's a cool system. It's a little congested here in Florida with the pro teams, Pride,
very.
Jacksonville, United, and us. So we don't have quite the same opportunities to do it. So it's cool to see you guys giving that opportunity to a lot of Texan players who wouldn't see the same thing, be able to stay home.
Yeah, and so a lot of academy players, a lot of players right from college, and a lot of players that were out doing great pro things coming back to Dallas. They really leaned into that, and I think that's a big part of the success of the season. Frankly, is that there was a lot of quality, and they brought it all back.
Yeah, definitely some pride to be playing for that team. I feel like. Yeah. So we ended up playing you guys more than most teams because of the playoff game, and for a long time it kind of seemed like you guys might have gotten the better of us. 2 draws, 1 win in the regular season for Trinity, and then and of course we got the playoff win. But man, you guys were a problem for us all throughout the regular season. It was a worrying draw.
Well, likewise, we were really kind of yin and yang for this season in a lot of ways. I don't remember any match that was like not very good. I mean, and even the opening match of the whole season was fantastic. We're not expecting what are we going to see, and it was just a great match just to start, and that kind of carried through all the way to the end and to the playoff. But yeah, I think both teams brought the best out of each other, and unfortunately, you got the best of us this year.
We got everybody, to be fair. Don't
Yeah, I guess so.
And I'm glad you brought up that first game because obviously special for us for a lot of reasons. First women's pro game in Tampa, first game in the league for us. Same for Dallas. And that game kind of set a lot of tone, set a lot of expectations, and it gave me personally a villain, which always makes the league more interesting to me. Yeah. Let's not forget. Let's bring this up. You guys got a lover out there, but I can't stand Amber Brooks.
And I love that. Well, so if it's any, so the start of the season, she won't be Amber Brooks anymore. She is now Amber Weisner. So she got married in this off season. So maybe that'll change the vibe. It's not Amber Brooks anymore.
No.
Maybe you need to like write the name down, Amber Brooks, and put it away and scratch it out, and then it's like a new clean slate.
New person. She's softened.
Although I doubt it.
Hey, I'd be impressed, but no, she's such a fantastic player. I've made a joke out of it. I know she didn't do it on purpose. That's not, but she did hurt Carly Jamona in that first game. Totally like incidental, but that became my kind of my reason for war for the rest of the season with her.
Okay.
And it does to me make it a lot more interesting when you have heroes and villains in a league. Something to look forward to when we play another team.
Yeah.
He's gotta make everything like wrestling.
Yeah, that's part of it. She's the heel, we're the faces, but a lot of good games out there. Of course, the draw, and then in December we went out to the Cotton Bowl, lost 2-0, and was one of the low points of the season for us, I would say.
Yeah, probably.
I think maybe like our worst game, like statistically 2-0. By the way, our worst defeat ever. Nobody's ever beaten us by 2 goals besides you guys. So congratulations. But it felt bad to watch. There was no. It felt like, oh no, the season could keep going down, and then we kind of went off on a string of draws after that. So yeah, you guys are definitely a team I'm always worried about on the schedule.
So we had a weird middle of the season.
Mm-hmm.
We had a great start. So, I think it was like 11 unbeaten to start. So it was really good.
Really?
Not a lot of wins, but just that's kind of, looking back, it's really kind of expected with a new league, new team coming together. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of the quality coming through yet because everyone's trying to figure things out. And so there's a lot of draws in there. But we were unbeaten for those first 11 matches. We started off with our GM as our manager for a few games, and then our coach came in like fifth match, got her in, And then we hit it, right in that middle time. We hit like a weird. I remember going quite often. Like I can't remember what a Trinity goal looks like, and that combined with the break really kind of broke me a little bit. But even though there wasn't a lot of games because of the break, there was that time period, right? So we had that 11 games unbeaten to start, great, and then we lose 2 out of the last 3 of that front half of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the game against you all, but that was at home and things like that, and then we start the second half against Tampa again, and it's like first of all, it's like a new Tampa. It was a little confusing, and I was starting to second guess like what we were doing because we had made some changes. Some players in, well, one major player out, and some new players in, and we didn't get a win until the 3rd match of the spring season. So there was like that middle time, even though it wasn't a ton of matches, it was just like, what's up with us?
Yeah.
It was a Sam Meza shaped hole.
Yeah, it really was. And I mean, it was great. It was really great to have her. And kind of looking back on that, it's like, that's what really this league should be about, is like having this high quality of players. And yeah, it's tough that they move on, but if at this level or at this league, if that can be a part of the player's story and they can go on achieve, and like for her, she's going on getting capped for the national team. If she can carry that and it's a positive thing, then I feel like you can build on it at this level and get more of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a Sam Mesa shaped hole, but I mean, we filled it with some great players who ended up being so important to us, and they'll be important to us this next season. And a lot of Texas players in that coming into the spring, and 2 loans, 2 really important loans.
I think
but
Lexi
yeah, and then
Mishimo was a big,
yeah,
like the biggest news out of that winter break. And then she came on in that first game against us and scored in like the 3rd or the 8th minute.
It was real early.
Yeah, it's unfortunate about the injury because I thought she was going to be a real problem for the rest of the league.
Yeah.
No, yeah, she had like everything for a 10, and I'm so glad she took the 10. She's like the modern 10 to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not this tricky small player who has a sweet pass and the weighted pass and everything. She's got it all. She's got it in the air. She's got it on the ground. She's got it in the box. She can combine out wide. She's got some pace. She's got some power in the press, and she was fantastic until that injury.
Yeah. What's the status of that? Do you know more than we know out here? Is she recovering?
She actually, funny you asked that, like maybe 2 days ago, she just posted on her Instagram, like her first running, like on a treadmill, like unassisted.
Wow. Okay.
So that's 13 and a half weeks from her injury. I don't know what exactly it was. It's obviously lower leg, something. So it was pretty serious. But all signs point to positive for her. So it's going to be a while for her.
Yeah. She's a good name to have in the league. She was, part of that futures camp for the national team.
Yeah.
She's something a lot of players can point to locally and nationally. That's that you said it yourself. That's what the Super League is about. It's an extra set of opportunities that wasn't there before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to see her back. Who were some other players to you that really stood out?
Oh boy.
Good question, right?
Well, Chioma. I'm not going to go for her last name. Every time someone tells me her last name different every time, and until I meet her in person and ask her directly and she tells me, I'm going to stick with Chioma. She was just, she was critical. So her and Sam Mesa in that first half got us home. And she continued it into the second half. I think it wasn't a great position for her throughout the season when we finally got Coach McDonald in. and her system kind of didn't suit Chioma, didn't really suit Tamara Bolt on the other side. But testament to their ability, their quality, their professionalism, they thrived and they did so well. But yeah, Chioma, definitely up there. I mean, and aside from Amber Brooks played every single minute, wasn't subbed
That's insane.
at all,
Yeah.
at all. So I mean, we on our season review, I had this thing where like we can't have an MVP. I mean, it's a valid question of like player of the year for us. We can't do that. Like, let's call this award the Amber Brooks of the season, and then give it to someone else, because
Yeah.
we would all say that Amber Brooks. But yeah, Chioma. In defense, we've lost two really important defenders, and they were critical for us. Jenna Walker, Julia Dorsey. Yeah, I mean, how much time you have as far as standout players for me? They're all heroes. You know, most all of them are heroes to me. It was great watching them in the first season.
So it's really special when they're like the first team too.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. You mentioned Chioma, Tamara Bolt, and she'll be back along with Deborah Abiodun from Spirit as well, her teammate. But it's interesting you mentioned them playing out of position. Do you think that was something that was an issue for you guys with, you know, the player selection, the positions, the formation?
I mean, I think so. I don't think it. I think it kind of maybe led to us a little bit underachieving.
Yeah.
But when I say that, it sounds like we played poorly, or, you know, I don't want to be. It kind of sounds negative, but the players, I don't think we were aligned with what Coach McDonald. This is just me speculating. This is like very editorial here.
Yeah,
But
that's our job.
I don't think our GM Chris, he's great, by the way, Petroselli. I don't think as the season wore on, they were really aligned with what they like, the player profile, the setup, what we wanted to do on the field. So, and for example, going back to your question, Chioma and Tamara, in this system that we played, this 3-4-3, it was them wide, but with them wide, they've got duties to come back and defend, and that's just not their game, not at all. It's really a waste of their energy and waste of their talents, in my opinion. And it's really a testament to their professionalism and to what they did, because they carried us into the playoffs and still into the top four. They carried us to the top of the table at one point in the second half.
Yeah.
So it didn't really fit, but we were doing it, and it's a testament to them, to the players.
Yeah, I think you see that with some teams, Brooklyn too, where the coach isn't, you know, there for the first part, for like the roster construction sort of part of the season, especially with a brand new team and a brand new league. And then you come in and you see what you got in the table in front of you and see what you can do to make it work for you. And did, I mean, obviously the skill was there. It got you guys into the playoffs, which is, you know, a major accomplishment. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the new coach, who we still don't know, right?
No, okay. Don't know yet.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Again, a month out, so I'm sure they've got somebody. But yeah.
Well, Petroselli's got a lot of. I mean, I won't go through his whole resume. It's impossible. You could look him up. He's just ridiculous amounts of experience. But he has really clear ideas. Back in September, early in the league, there's an interview of him, and he talks about wanting for Trinity to play the right way. For him, the right way is as how he described it was lots of possession and lots of attacking.
Yeah.
I like especially the attacking part. But if you're not a coach who's going to use the tools that he's bringing in and feed and play in that way, that expansive way, want the ball, want to attack, then you know it's going to be tough going for a coach. Yeah. But I think, but if anyone can do it, he can fill the position.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. How do you feel going in? There's some. I'm looking at the new additions right now. You got about 7 or so of them. up until about yesterday. I don't know if you guys signed anybody. I didn't notice today. But how's that fitting? Because again, you guys are in the same position where ostensibly no head coach, but roster construction. You got a lot of faith in the GM, obviously, but can you kind of glean what the idea is going forward for next season from the signings?
Well, we've got 9 new in.
Okay.
Right now we've got 24 on the roster. 9 new in, 2 on loan. 3 of those 24 are academy players. One of those, 2 I don't expect to see very much. Never know. But 1 we expect to see a lot of. Celie Strong. Another standout player. She got league young player of the year. Well deserved. So yeah, we've got 9 new in, and it's a lot in the we have to rebuild our defense essentially.
Yeah.
So we played for the most of the season with 3 in the back. 2 of those 3 are gone. Jenna Walker, Julia Dorsey, and I think what we'll probably go to is a back 4. What is in front of that remains to be seen. I can kind of tell it's kind of taking shape, and you kind of, especially if you think about a player like Lexi Misimo, we're not going to want to be changing a lot for when she comes back. So I can kind of see, but I think we'll definitely be going to a back 4. We've got a couple kind of more that profile as actual out and out fullbacks instead of 3 center backs basically. So yeah, 9 new in, a couple forwards. We've got half the rosters from Texas.
Yeah.
So right now, 12 out of 24 are from Texas. I'm pretty sure all North Texas, like DFW. So yeah, coming back in, it's a defensive rebuild. As much as I loved those players, I think if you had like kind of any weakness for us, it was defensively. And I think, not to put it all on the players, I think it had a lot to do with the setup. But with those 2 going out of those back 3, they've had a lot of work to go to get that back line to where it was, and a new keeper too, which kind of going unmentioned. But yeah, new keeper too, and so that'll be interesting how she plays, whether it's Sam Estrada or Riley Foster.
Okay.
So going into this next season, I aside from a back 4, don't know. We retained. Well, let me put it this way: we appeared to have retained a lot of our goals, which I think puts us in a good place. I mean, that always does, but when you can keep them, I know you lost Flo Nielsen.
Yep, Cecilia Flew. Yep.
And you still have a great attack. I love your attack. But anytime you lose a forward like that, and she's like one of the best players in the league, going to Napoli now, you are kind of like, where will our attack be what it was? But we've retained our attack. So
yeah, and I'm looking at you guys' schedule from last year. When you guys went off, it was crazy. A couple 6-goal games, a couple 3-goal games. I mean, when it was working, it was really working out there for you guys. So to maintain that is huge, because like you said, losing Flu for us is a big deal. She's not a player you replace. You kind of have to change what the team does going forward with her absence.
It's it'll be interesting. So like Allie Thornton will be back, Cam Lancaster, Chioma, Tamara, all that front kind of 4, and then front 5 when you add Lexi. So we're at a point now where it's like, when Lexi comes back, who is out of that front attack? Who's going to miss out if they do? I can see a way where we play with Cam and Lexi, and we did for a couple games. But yeah, it's exciting, and that's what I'm in it for. And so we talk about on the podcast, like playing the Trinity way. That to me is it. And part of a little bit of the yin and yang with Tampa. Tampa is so solid. We've got a great attack, but I think there's a little bit of a handbrake on it, which makes you so solid defensively.
Yeah.
But us, we really want to attack. We want the ball. We'd rather lose 4-3 than, string together a bunch of 1-0s and draws, that kind of thing.
Yeah. It's great to have an identity for your team, something that the fans can expect, something that the entire front office can try to work on. Yeah. For us out here in Florida, it's pretty soccer. But we want to. We don't want the possession. Yep.
3-5-2, pretty soccer.
3-5-2, pretty soccer. We don't want the possession, half as much as every other team in the league. It feels like, but when we get the ball, it's our modus operandi to, string together a couple of pretty passes and score a goal. We want to make it happen when it happens and not force nothing. So it's a lot of pressure on our, like you mentioned with Tamara on the wings. It's a lot of pressure on our wing backs to get upfield and downfield in that 5 midfielder system. So it takes a really interesting type of player, I think.
Yeah. Your quality, Tampa's quality in attack, I'd really admire, and I really do believe there's like a little bit of a handbrake going because I think you've got great attack. I'm surprised, like in the intro, you didn't take the opportunity to cut some clips. First of all, kudos to the quality of your intro. It's great.
Eureka.
Beyond
super producer Eureka.
He's a pro.
Yeah, beyond my abilities. But you really missed the trick there to like string together all the various ways you did us. You had the red card. You had the red card, the first red card of the league. That would have been good to get in the thing. And then obviously the playoff winning goal where you dinked our keeper. You dinked Matty White. Was it the Jamona? I think it was Jamona on that game winner. But yeah, you could have made me sit through that intro and like I would have been,
Honestly, that's a serious missed opportunity on Eureka's part. I'm glad you're bringing that up. You're doing the compliment sandwich where it's like, hey, great, it's so much better than what I can do. You really missed out though, man. But yeah, we need to start tailoring this. We got a couple more interviews with other people from around the league. We got to start tailoring that in.
Start tailoring our goals against them. Yeah. Yep. Give them some real PTSD before they go in.
Yeah, exactly. Just get people just drooling on themselves before it starts and just twitching. Yeah.
That's good. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Jesse, you've been great, man. You got any other thoughts on maybe the league as a whole or Dallas going forward? Do you know anything about, by the way, a little off topic, I guess, Atletico Dallas men's team? I know, gross. You got anything to say about them? Because I feel like we haven't, obviously men's team, obviously we haven't had anybody's opinion.
I know Trinity is kind of, they're partnering somewhat.
Yeah. They're going to share ground share.
They're going to share. Yeah, they're going to share the Cotton Bowl. But it's really not for me.
Yeah.
No, the Harry Potter ass logo didn't grab you.
Harry Potter, yeah. They're trying something.
Well, now, so I'm gonna reflexively defend anything Dallas.
There you go.
But it's just not for me. I think. I mean, it's just like another match to follow and go to, and Rich and I have our other teams that we follow, and we try not to cross it with this. So there's only so much we can do. So
yeah.
So they'll kind of do their thing and yeah. So, but it's in Dallas. That's what I do really like. We don't have a lot of that type of market as far as cost to go to sporting events in Dallas. Despite it being such a huge city, it's all in the exurbs, all outside. Most of it is.
Yeah.
And what's inside is really, primo. It can be expensive. So.
Yeah, it's a great sports market, but at the same time, I've been to Dallas 3-4 times, and it could be its own state when you compare it to some other cities and areas. It's so spread out with the exurbs and everything. A lot of room for different things. It's good. You don't got to go to Frisco if you want to see men play soccer too.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's like 40 minutes from my house, and I'm in Dallas, and they call themselves FC Dallas. So,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
so yeah, for the season, I just want to win the league.
Really?
That's what I want to do.
That's a little boring.
And not the playoff, not the playoff. I want the league.
Oh, you want what? Do you value the Shield that much? Is that what?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
oh yeah. So I mean, it's fun. It'd be one of those things where if I'm in it, that's what I want. If I'm in that playoff, that's what I want. But it's kind of a little bit of a thing where, if you're great for 6 weeks, then you win that playoff championship title. But at the end of the day, Carolina didn't really have anything else to prove to any team after playing each team home and away twice. There's no other way a team can demonstrate its mastery of a league than that. And I'm saying this like taking nothing away from y'all's playoff win and everything, but it's just
absolutely.
but it's just separate, and it's in its own right. It's impressive, especially when you consider how long the league is, the break, different players that are in and out, having to balance that. You might have a new manager, and I think they did, didn't they? They switched managers at some point.
Carolina did not.
Yep.
Oh, they didn't. Okay.
And that's part of the consistency for him. Philip Poole, one of the finest coaches in the league, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I really want, and because I think it's an impressive, and I'm kind of reflexively trying. I want to build that up also because American sports really love the playoff, but that whole season has to be celebrated. It just has to, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, no doubt Carolina was the best team in the league for vast stretches of time.
Yeah.
It shows a level of consistency that the Tampa Bay Sun just did not have.
Nope, that wasn't our game plan. All right.
Nope.
We got hot. We got lucky. That's what you do here. We got a casino and it's hot. That's what you do in Tampa. Strip clubs, casino, a lot of getting lucky in Tampa. I mean, you bring up a really good point there. I mean, to be fair, Carolina did not beat us in either of their games they played against us. So we got a good claim to the Shield ourselves. Came in second. I do like that Fort Lauderdale kind of nipped them in that playoff game up there in Charlotte. Because it set up the Derby game for us. It was a lot of storylines, and because I didn't want to play Carolina again.
No, I really didn't.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, towards the end, it seemed like they kind of ran out of gas, so maybe that was the way to go. I mean, it worked out in the end for y'all, but yeah, I mean, what the indignity? So that I guess that adds to it. The idea that they're eliminated from this thing by something called Fort Lauderdale is like, it's just not. If you're looking for justice, this isn't the sport to follow. I guess I get all that, but to have something called Fort Lauderdale, like, and you're eliminated, like, I don't like that.
Biggest city in North Carolina, best team in the league for the longest stretch of time, and they get knocked out by a suburb of Miami.
Yeah, by Fort Lauderdale. I don't like it. I grew up near there, so I know what's in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
And come on, got nothing on Tampa.
Yeah,
I mean, Jacksonville has it up on Fort Lauderdale.
That's 2A and 2B for me, man. I honestly, I can't say anything good about Jacksonville before they come to the league.
Absolutely.
I'm just not gonna. I feel like I'm spoiled out here in Florida with the two rivals. I hope the league keeps expanding. I hope we find something in the central time zone for you guys and something out west for Spokane. Because it makes the league a lot more interesting when you have away fans
Yeah.
and derbies.
So
Yeah.
in doing this podcast, we've met some folks, and you might find some people coming out to Tampa from Dallas.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we so on the schedule, we have all 3 Florida teams like in 2 weeks, 2 calendar weeks. So if you go to like 3 Sundays, we have all 3 away. So my guess is they would do something in Florida for that like 2 weeks, so they're not flying back and forth.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting. Hopefully improve on the road. We had some trouble on the road, and but hopefully we improve there and we kind of game it out, because I'm not sure what y'all's schedule is, but we have such an imbalanced schedule. You know, it's long times away, and then a bunch home and things like that. So yeah, like early in the season, I think we have all Florida teams right there.
And that's part of a 5-game away stretch too. You got Lexington and Spokane after us. Yeah. Yeah, they did you guys really weird with the schedule.
Well, it's a state fair.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. The state fair takes over the Cotton Bowl.
Okay.
And they have to go away. We have 1 match scheduled there, but it's like a friendly. They're trying to make it a really big deal, and I think it will be. It's but yeah, it's because of the state fair.
Okay, that's called America. Y'all are playing, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
That's cool. You guys brought in Barcelona last year. I like that.
Yeah.
We got Gotham, but the international stuff is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it shows like an aspiration, you know, like standard that they're going for. Like they're really trying to do that, and you know, if you want to play like the best, you need to host the best.
Yeah, our
and
calendar
come up
aligned.
against it. Yeah.
Got to be part of the world market, you know.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah. And any final thoughts on the team going forward next season?
No, I'm excited to get a coach name. I'm excited to see something as far as preseason. I see all the names. I don't quite see how they fit together yet, but I'm excited. We've retained our goals, like I said, super important, and can't wait to get it going again.
Awesome. Really cool. Really good. Liz, anything?
What?
Oh, yeah,
Sorry, Eureka's distracting me in the comments that I don't understand.
His co-host, Rich, missed out.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Rich missed out. He's on travel too. I'm not sure where he is, but
Look at you guys, fancy.
But yeah, Rich and I started this, and we kind of like, the idea was like, we are gonna go talk about the match anyway after, so we may as well record it.
Yeah.
And we started it, and we kind of got our footing, but we started to add more folks. As we've met supporters, we invite them out, and they just get the microphone and they just talk. It's anything that they want to talk about. And we'll be building on that in the next season. We're really trying to do things like that. We've said since the beginning, it can't just be Rich and I. And we've been successful in achieving that. so yeah.
Hey,
so it's fun. I think it's been really fun. You meet folks, you talk about the match, and it's kind of like you're building a culture and some context for what's going on in the field and with the club. So yeah.
It helps. There's not so much media out there for the Super League like there are for a lot of other leagues. We gotta do the work ourselves sometimes.
Yep.
You want to plug it one more time? What are y'all called? Where can we find you?
Pegasus Post Match, anywhere podcasts can be found. We're also on Instagram, Pegasus_post match, and that's really it. We keep it real simple. We are just reporting and putting things out there. I try to do some little clips to string along some content here in the off season, but we've got some things cooking for the preseason too. And we'll be back again doing post matches for every match. It'll be Rich, it'll be me, some guests, and it'll be fun again. Can't wait to
Awesome.
dig in.
Love it, man. Love it.
All right. Thank you so much, Jesse. We really appreciate you taking
Yeah,
some time.
thank
to
you,
talk with us.
Liz.
This was
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you, Tom.
Yep.
Hopefully I didn't go too long. I think we
Nah.
maybe have went too long. But
We
Good
always go
conversation
long.
is never too long.
No, it's
Okay.
our thing. We love talking about soccer.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Good luck.
You too, man.
Thanks. Bye. That was great. Thank you again to Jesse. Now, we do actually have some more signings this week.
Yes, our own team. We're alive. We're doing it, guys. We got a month into the season. All right, first signing, right? First one, or should I start with the second one? I'm going to start with the first one just to keep things easy for us, okay?
Yeah.
All right, first one. You might know her if you've been paying attention to the practice squad, which is a thing, by the way. Midfielder, Jilly Shimkin. Fun name. She's a 22-year-old from Rockville Center, New York, Long Island in the house. Recently played for the Texas Longhorns. 69 games there in Austin. Scored 15 goals. A lot of them really good. I mean, look up her highlights. She scores some bangers. She was a transfer from Penn State, where she just played 19 games as a freshman. Moved down to Longhorns. Also played for Tampa Bay United last summer when they were a thing. 3 goals in 4 games. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, she spent the past season with us here in Tampa on the practice squad, helping the team. Trialed with the Courage. Played in the last TST with Austin Rise. Again, 4 games in TST and 3 goals. It seems to be a good number for her. But yeah, she's a really solid player, has scored some really fun goals. She was a youth teammate up there in New York with Hope Breslin from Brooklyn. So there's storylines there. But this is a signing I like. She knows the team. We're not going to have to worry about chemistry coming in. She's a good attacking signing too. I alluded to earlier when I was talking to Jared about you can't replace Flu, but you can kind of what? Jesse? I call him Jared. Jesse. We didn't have his nameplate, all right? But yeah, I was talking to him earlier about how you can't replace Flu 1-for-1. She's too good.
Yeah.
But if you do the Moneyball thing, replace her in the aggregate, you get a couple other players who are good too. Yeah, I like Jilly a lot. Jilly Bean. Yeah.
And shout out to Papa Shimkin, who has been liking all of the heat wave stuff since like the beginning.
Yeah. She's that family is really involved. And I think there's a younger sister still playing in college too, so might get her eventually.
The whole family.
Right? Sign the dad too. Screw it.
Yes, but I love seeing people from our folks from our practice squad move up to the full squad, you know, and hopefully we'll definitely see her get some minutes.
Yeah, it's unique. Liz, you want the next one?
Sure. We have a goalkeeper, Emery Wagner, who most recently was playing in the WPSL.
Yep.
Nicknamed the General.
Yeah, we have 2 the Generals on the team now. By the way, that was That was Gabby Provenzano's nickname by her college coach.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
I wonder. I hope that comes up at some point between the 2 of them.
They're both the General. Yeah.
Played for the Georgia Bulldogs from 2018 to 2021. 65 games played. Wow, a 1.12 goals allowed average.
Yeah, pretty good.
Is that? Yeah, that's what
Goals against,
that's what all the letters are.
Yeah.
Faced 6 shots on target from Parker Goins. Only allowed 1 goal. That's impressive. Okay.
I think they'll be talking about that as well. She's got a lot to talk about with the team.
Yeah. Made the 2020-2021 All SEC second team.
Mm-hmm.
And guess who made the first team that year? That was Ashley Orcus.
Yep.
We're
doing our research
good company.
Here,
Good company for sure.
Yeah, if there's one goalie in the conference you can come second to, and it's Ashley Orcus, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. And now I'm sad.
Right. Don't forget her. We were replacing her in the aggregate, okay?
Okay. It looks like she kind of moved around a bit in 2022. She played for the W League in Asheville City, played 9 games, then went to the Maryland Terrapins, played 6 games, 6 starts. Was on the preseason roster for the San Diego Wave also in 2022. In 2023, coached with Asheville City, was the director of goalkeeping for the Highland FC Academy in Asheville. And then, as I said, most recently was playing in the WPSL.
Yeah, with a club back home in actually up in New Jersey, I think, SJEBFC. Get a new name, you guys. SJEBFC. I don't know what it stands for, and I'm not going to learn. Yeah, she's a good signing. She's 2 of 3 goalies that we have now.
Do you want to know what it stands for?
What's it stand for, really?
South Jersey Elite Barons FC.
Oh, that's awesome, actually. Don't change the name. That rules. Okay, I take it back. Congratulations, Emery. Yeah, the Elite Barons. Damn, that's cool. That's my nickname now, the Elite Baron. That or the General. I'll take either. We can have 3.
So I don't know if she is going to be our starting keeper based on someone else we've signed. I don't think so. She might play, although we were kind of like, we still don't know about Sydney Schneider is the problem too. Although if we're signing 2,
you want 3 goalies. That's the normal amount, I think.
Okay, that's
one
true.
One goes down, you still got a backup.
True.
But
True.
I think, and let's go ahead and roll right into, as long as we're talking about goalies, let's roll right into the next one. I do think it's Schneider's spot to lose, just because she was here last year. But she's got competition in camp, not just from Emery Wegner, but Wegner had 2023 didn't play. She
should have hunted through the pictures they took today.
2024. Oh yeah, because we're in practice.
Dang it!
Jesus, Liz, get it together.
I don't feel like I saw Schneider in there.
Really? They didn't say she's left, so we
haven't said that. They didn't actually say she was staying, did they?
She's on the roster. Are you making me do mid-show research right now?
No, it's fine.
Let's assume she's here because I don't think she's not.
Yes. All right. So we also signed another keeper, which at least 2 fans will be very excited about because they are from AS Roma. It's Bella Kreshy. Sorry. What? Okay. She is 26 years old. She is from Austria.
Yep.
Most recently was playing for AS Roma over in the Italian league.
Yep. Very cool.
Sassuolo? I'm not Italian enough. You should be doing this.
Well, you're German enough for the other team she's played for, right?
Skinskant Polton?
Absolutely not.
Don't know. Apparently not. No, not German enough for that either.
She started her career professionally with Neulingbach, played just 2 games there, moved on to LUV Graz in her hometown of Graz, Austria, moved on to SK St. Pölten in the city of St. Pölten, Österreich, and then moved on to the Italian league, Sassuolo and Roma. She's got Champions League experience for 6 years with St. Pölten, which is really impressive. And not to mention that, she's got 6 games with the Austrian national team since 2022. She was on their roster in the last Euros.
Nice.
So considering we've got an Austrian national team cap player, we've got a Jamaican national team regular in the form of Schneider, who is on the roster. I did check. I feel like that's going to be the battle in camp between who's going to get that starting spot. Could be either one of them. You give the edge to Schneider just because she's the known factor right now, but Bella could come out and really impress. I think Wegner has been brought on as the backup, because she's coached, she's worked with the youths, seems like just like a good person to have around. She's like earned this pro contract. But yeah, we were worried. Lost Orcus, lost Marquise. Feels good to say their names, but God, it sucks that they're gone. But we just got to get used to having Bella Sydney and Emery. It's a good group of keepers, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I love that we're signing someone. Like, I know it's very personal because we have, specific people who like AS Roma.
Yeah.
So it's just exciting. It's cool. It's like, oh, that's the club my friend like. We got a person from there.
we're like a real soccer team now,
Oh my God.
We're sending international players, national
Yeah.
team. Yeah. It is pretty nice. Like, that's like part of the mission of the whole league, right? You line up the market internationally and you start doing business. All right. We did sign also a left back. This is a lone E, but she is, at least for the time being, the Page replacement at left back because she operates in the midfield. She operates on defense. She's left-sided. She's going to fill that gap that Page left. Her name is Emerson Elgin. She comes to us on loan from Boston Legacy. She's one of 5 players they have on their books now, one of which is actually Laurel Ansbro from Fort Lauderdale, who will be back with United on loan now. But yeah, we got Emerson Elgin. She's a 22-year-old from New Jersey, played her career collegiately for the Tar Heels of UNC, 75 games, 57 starts, 5 assists, and a goal, 2-time ACC all-academic player. She was on the national championship Courage U23 team last summer, trialed with Gotham, got signed as an injury replacement player, and now she's with Boston, and now she's with us. She should be pretty important to us right out of the gates, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. If she's the Page replacement, yes.
Yeah, that's a gap to fill. But yeah, Zayd on one side, her on another side. The whole team's shaping up really nicely. Olga is going to operate well. I really like this next player as far as attacking options as well, actually. Because
So we have a new forward.
Yep.
Emma Gaines Ramos. Forward on the left.
Oh yeah, like that.
She is on loan from the Washington Spirit. It is a full season loan. I guess we've confirmed it's through next June.
Washington said the loan is termed through June 30th, 2026.
Okay, because they did not say that for Emerson Elgin. I had someone point it out I had someone call it out on the Tampa Bay Sun Blue Sky.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were like, it's only till the half season or something like that. And I was like, okay.
I'm not the team.
Yeah, we're not the team. And all it says fan run, first of all. And second of all, the league has been super shitty about telling us how long loans are.
If you read an NWSL article and you read the Super League article and they say 2 different things sometimes.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So it is a full season loan. We will have her through June 30th, 2026. Very excited.
Yep.
Thanks to Tom's looking up skills. Can't think of the word research. This is a very gifted dribbler, very technical. Played what is SDSU?
San Diego State. It's the next line up.
Oh. Oh man.
Oh,
okay,
man.
yeah, that's on me.
Sure.
That is on me.
Yes.
That's the skimming. The skimming is bad. All right. Played for 5 years for San Diego State, 91 games, 19 goals, 25 assists. Holy shit, I love that.
Big numbers.
I love that she assists more than she goals. That's beautiful.
Yeah. And she goals quite often too.
Yeah. Has 11 dribbles per 90 with a 60.8 success rate. Where did you find this?
To be fair, Chris Henderson.
Okay. He does have some good things. Okay.
Hey, he's a real stats pervert, and
he cares when they come from the NWSL.
There
Okay,
you go. That's what it is.
Yep.
But yeah, freak stats. 11 dribbles per 90 minutes, 60.8 success rate. She likes to dribble. She's probably going to win her dribbles. 5.4 touches in the box per 90 minutes. Like her on the left, Nacello on the right.
I was gonna say, is this like an opposite Nacello?
Yeah, and then you don't.
Just like another little pit bull that we're gonna set off running towards the ball.
She's super fast. I've watched some of her highlights, and most of her goals I can tell are like her running onto a ball, maybe beating one player or just like speeding past him, toe poking to pass the goalie. She's such a problem for defenses.
Ooh, I like that. I was talking with my boyfriend Mike the other day, and we were talking about Flu, and we were like, we liked Flu. Flu did have a magic touch. No one can deny this, but she wasn't quite the fastest on the pitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, again, nothing against her. Amazing player. I'm very sad to lose her. But she wasn't quite the fastest on the pitch. So I'm interested to see if we do get like some speedier forwards.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like probably the one knock against Flu was she wasn't an athlete so much as a lot of other players. And super, I mean, I want to say the Super League really rewards athletes, but she got rewarded pretty well playing here too. She did good.
Yeah.
But no, it's going to be a different look. If we do end up doing, like I said, we're just preseason. We're speculation season, baby. But man, if you see EGR, Emma Gaines Ramos on the left side, Sid Nassell on the right side, maybe you get Hannah Keene, Carly in the middle, maybe a little bit further back in the middle, maybe an Ava Tankersley or Parkin Goins further up in the middle. It creates a lot of options for us to get that ball inside to them. Lot of problems for the usually, weaker defenders on the wings for other teams to have to deal with Emma and Sydney dribbling at them. You get beat, they can play the ball up top to Carly, download a Parker or Ava to slot one in. It's a lot of options. It's a different look. I'm keying in on a lot, but you can't replace Flu, but you can do something different. And when we've got, Olga Masambo with speed and technical abilities, Emma, Sydney, all these weapons we have, it's just, you can't key in on any one player. And that was something that kind of happened to us a couple times last season where Carly would hit a hot streak and they would make a point of shutting her down, or they would find Flu and make sure she couldn't receive a pass. You can't really do this to this new season, 2025-26 Tampa Bay Sun team. You can't pick a player and shut them down. We got too much going on, I think.
Yes, good. Overwhelm them.
That's the idea. And then to replace our defense, we got Charlotte McLean back there. Still got Viv. Still got Brooke Haney. Emerson Elgin on the left side. Our right side's always been solid. I mean, the speed of Zaid. Zaid's only going to get better and better in this. I guarantee Zaid might be the most improved player through the offseason. I mean, I haven't seen her play yet, but she's improved so much just being out there with the pros, with our coaching.
Yeah, she is a sponge. She is absorbing everything. It's crazy.
Yeah. She came in as a runner and has become like a real soccer player.
Yeah.
But I really like the way this team is shaping up. I know we're not maybe making like as much news as like say a Lexington or somebody.
See, I was just thinking that. I was like, I feel like a lot of our signings are really under the radar and people are going to really underestimate us for it. They're going to be like, oh yeah, they're returning champs, but they're not going to do it again. They lost Flu.
Exactly. You talk to a lot of people and they go, well, there goes their top scorer. It's like, yeah,
excuse me, we had 3 others that were phenomenal.
Yeah. Carly was like 2 goals behind her.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And we lose her. We lose Orcus. That hurts. But I mean, Schneider, Bella, both more than adequate, I would say.
Yes.
And Paige is the other like starter we lost. We've got so much power back. I mean, dude, we're filling in the gaps. I think the defensive pivot was with the who retired.
Timrak and more.
Timrak and more. Yeah, losing them sucks. Especially, yeah. But I mean, Gabby Provenzano hopping there in defense. I'm more still there, or Listro's still there. I'm not like worried at all. We're the defending champions and we're acting like it.
No, and I think we also have a history of just being like, nah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Because we were like that at the beginning of last season with nothing to go off of.
Yeah. To be fair, right? It's not our spot to be like worried. That's not the way the fan base doesn't get worried. We sweat a little bit, but it's hot outside. We're the sun. Yeah. You gotta sweat when you watch the sun, and you might go blind.
Oh, that was good. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So it's coming together. They're in practice. I think we might see a couple more signings. But I think we're starting to look at like, this is it. This is the team going forward. If you want to play around in the lineup maker and see what you think we're going to run out, now's the time to start doing it because we got a lot, guys. There's a lot of options for us. It's that stacked midfield, that 3-5-2, pretty soccer, and we're loading up to do the same thing. There's no question marks for us about what we want to do next year. We have the same coach. We have a lot of the same personnel. We filled in similar gaps. I mean, we're coming back. We're doing it again. We're running it back.
Oh yeah, back to back.
Back to
And
back.
then again. And then we're just gonna run the league forever. The
For the
end.
entire history of the league.
Yeah. Just knocked over my microphone. Just flailing.
It's really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I am a professional.
Hey, we all are. Liz, you got something you want to talk about, right? Let's do it. Yeah.
All right. I don't know if I made it public or not, but like I was absolutely rooting for like Italy. I wanted Italy-Spain in the final. I wanted that so bad, so bad. They look like such good teams. I mean, Spain obviously because they won the World Cup. They are the favorites. And Italy, Italy was just so good. And Italy was so good for like 100 and hold on. What was it? Bullshit PK. Like 118 minutes or something ridiculous. The end of the Italian defense was phenomenal. And then I got bullshit PK, Fraudland, more commonly known on the map as England.
I don't believe
Fraudland. Yeah, so unfortunately England beat Italy in extra time 2-1 with the dumbest PK I've ever seen.
Yep.
It was not a dog so. She wasn't anywhere near the ball. Unless someone wants to explain that to me. But I don't care because I wanted Italy to win. I was very mad.
I'm sorry. I'm upset.
The Italian keeper was so good. The Italian defense was so good. And England shots were such trash. They didn't even get the PK. They got the rebound on the PK. I apologize to anyone. Well, first of all, thank you if you've made it this far.
Yeah.
We appreciate you for actually listening this long. And I'm sorry that I've been screaming in your ear for the past 5 minutes.
That's your reward for getting to the hour mark. Is Liz?
That is
yells.
true. That's you get to hear me scream at you. Yes. All right. And then Germany, Spain ended with Spain winning.
Of course.
It was very hard fought. Okay.
Man.
And considering Germany had a lot stacked against them, honestly, they have gotten 2 red cards in the last 2 matches.
Yeah.
So that gives you 2 things that they have to deal with. One, they had a player out on one player out on a yellow accumulation. They had a player out on a red. 2 starting fullbacks with injuries, including their captain.
Jesus.
Yeah.
They look good
So-
too. They were playing their asses off.
Oh my god, phenomenal. That's why they took Spain into extra time. That's how good they were playing. And you have to think they're out these players. No, not only were they out these players, in the last 10 days, they played 3 hours of soccer with 10 men.
Yeah. My God.
So they've been working all of their starters have been working twice as hard if you think about it that way.
That's
Because
half their team out, too, yeah.
I think most of the red cards, not one red card I know is like 12 minutes in or something absolutely insane.
Yeah. Crazy to win that game.
Yeah. So I have to hand it to Germany and their keeper. This was also the Gotham versus Gotham game because we had the Gotham keeper for Germany. And then we had Esther playing for Spain. Who obviously plays for Gotham. So that was fun, honestly, to watch. Because Esther kept shooting on there. You can see the German keeper being like, but she was so good. It was like
fantastic.
if you go watch the Spain goal, it was like it slipped by her.
It's
by this much.
It's one you're gonna have nightmares about if you're Berger.
Yeah.
Because to be that good for that long, or not just that game, I think she probably had the save of the tournament in the last game, the diving backwards and batting it away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then to just get bit, a momentary lapse.
The tiniest,
Yeah.
just, yeah, you wouldn't, honestly, from the angle when you first see the play, you don't think it's going to go in. There's no fucking way. That's our one.
Going to shoot even.
Yeah.
You think it's going to be
yeah,
a
it was a crazy angle. The fact that she was able to curve it in was insane.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel bad about it. She takes the 1 second to point at her defense, make sure everybody's where they need to be, and the next thing you know, it's right next to her, the ball. Yeah.
Yeah, she's watching it go by.
Yeah. You rooted. You can't even do nothing when that's yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand the German team is going to be heartbroken, and they absolutely should be. But I think that they fought their hardest, and played a lot of soccer with not a full roster, in general, not a full roster on the field. Yeah, like that was hard. It was like Germany just kept getting dealt L's. It was awful.
And then the one defender
I have
got
to hand
hurt.
it to them. I am excited to see Spain in the final. They're playing Fraudland, which is funny because it's just the Women's World Cup final from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's just a repeat. It's
They're
like,
good.
okay, that's why I really wanted Spain, Italy. Italy's really on the come up, I feel like.
I hope so.
Yeah. I think so. What the The cats, man.
All right. Yeah, not all right, not just the Euros. Copa America has also been going on. A lot of those games have kind of been blowouts. 7-1, 6-0, 4-1.
Oh,
8,
poor Paraguay.
nothing. Yeah.
It's Paraguay with like -24, right?
Yeah, they got
they got
smashed.
slaughtered.
Yeah. It was 8-0. Bolivia lost to Colombia. I was waking up and napping during that game, and it'd be like
also the group of death.
Yeah, but we're finally getting into the the good part of the tournament. The semifinals will be on Monday. There are a couple more games this Friday. Brazil Colombia should be good. I would watch that one. But yeah, that tournament's been kind of rough. But as soon as you get to the last 4 best teams in South America, I think those should all be pretty fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to see how much Marta plays. She's actually been not playing the full 90, which, first of all, proud of her for her restraint.
Yeah.
She does not seem like someone who that comes naturally to.
No, doesn't want to. I don't think that's her decision, maybe.
Yeah. But I'm interested to see just how much she plays, considering she was like, haha, retirement? Just kidding.
Yeah.
It's like, I got bored, never mind.
Which mad respect for that, honestly.
It wasn't enough just to win the entire NWSL for the first time for Orlando. Wasn't enough.
Yeah. All right. That was fun.
All right. Yeah. If you've made it this long, again, thank you.
Hey.
And if you've made it this long, leave us a comment about anything. I don't care. Tell me your favorite color.
We talked about a lot.
We did.
Pick something up.
All right, fine. Tell us who your favorite is, or tell us why Fraudland is a fraud and why they deserve to lose to Spain.
And they should give all their artifacts back to the countries they stole them from, too.
Yeah, that too.
Frauds.
Right. Remember to hit the like button. We are at RBLR Sports on the YouTubes and at RBLR Sun FC everywhere else.
Yes.
Make sure that you hit the button so that you never miss an episode and see our beautiful faces all the time, every week.
Like us, log on to other people's accounts and like us there too.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Thank you for tuning into this presentation by RBLR Sports. On your way out of the stadium, please remember to like and subscribe.